arithmetic progression. So what is arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression is a sequence. Arithmetic progression is a sequence, but that sequence must follow a certain condition. What is that condition? So that condition is difference between two consecutive terms should be constant. Then that sequence is called as arithmetic progression. So, we can define here arithmetic progression as if in a given sequence or in a given sequence in a given sequence in a given sequence if the difference between if the difference between two consecutive terms difference between two consecutive terms is constant, difference between two consecutive terms is constant, then given sequence is called given sequence is called arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. So in short, we call arithmetic progression as AP. Okay. So we'll understand this definition by saying one example. So always remember that I will write the note after explaining. So suppose we are having this term. Suppose we are having this sequence. The sequence is example. The sequence is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, dash, dash, dash. Or I will just simply erase 12. Now here. So is this arithmetic progression or not? How we can decide it? So just check the difference between two consecutive numbers. So if you observe, difference between 3 and 6 is 3 and 6 are the two consecutive numbers. 3 and 6 are the two consecutive numbers. 6 and 9 are consecutive and 9 and 12 are consecutive. Now just we have to check difference between them. If difference between any two consecutive numbers is same, then that sequence is said to be arithmetic progression. So difference between 3 and 6 is 3. So difference between 3 and 6 is 3. Difference between 6 and 9 is again 3. And difference between 9 and 12 is 3. So here we can call this sequence as an arithmetic progression. Okay. Now this difference is called as common difference. So difference between in arithmetic progression, difference between two consecutive numbers is called as common difference, and it is denoted by small letter d. It is denoted by small letter d. So I have to remember, note, note, what is note? Note that in an AP, means in an arithmetic progression, difference between in an AP, difference between two consecutive terms is constant, and it is denoted by, and it is denoted by smaller d, So again, d. So what is condition for an sequence to be called as arithmetic progression? D must be constant. So if D constant, then given sequence is arithmetic progression. So is there restriction on D? No. D can be positive, negative, or zero. But it must be it must be constant. The given D, that the common difference between any two consecutive numbers should be constant. So whether it is negative, positive, or zero. So difference D, this is the first point. So D can be, second point, D can be positive, negative. D can be positive, negative, or zero. Okay. Now we'll see one example. Here, observe here again. This is second example. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, like that. Now, this is an sequence. This is an sequence. So in this sequence, if you observe, each term of this sequence is the same, which is 2. Each term of this sequence is 2. Now, what if we find the difference between two consecutive numbers? So difference between these two consecutive numbers is 0. Difference between these two consecutive numbers is 0. Difference between these two consecutive numbers is 0, and again here is 0. So if you observe carefully, difference between these all these numbers, all the consecutive numbers between this sequence is 0, which is constant everywhere. So we can call this sequence as arithmetic progression, because this sequence satisfies the condition for arithmetic progression. Okay. Now, again, I have not talked about the first term of an AP. Always remember, first term of an AP is denoted by letter A, small a. First term of AP. In AP, first term is A. In AP, first term is denoted by A. First term is denoted by A. Okay, and common difference, always remember common difference is denoted by D. So these two letters are very important while we are studying arithmetic progression. So this is the theory about the arithmetic progression. So which point we have to remember first? We have to remember that a sequence is said to be arithmetic progression if there is a difference between, if there is a constant difference between any two consecutive numbers of a given sequence. Here again, 3 and 6 are the consecutive numbers. Difference between 3 and 6 is 3. Again, 6 and 9 are consecutive. Difference is 3. 9 and 12 are consecutive. Difference is again 3. So, difference between each consecutive terms. Difference between each consecutive terms is the same. So, we can call this sequence as an arithmetic progression. Okay. So, I hope you understood this meaning of arithmetic progression or concept of arithmetic progression. Okay, now we'll see some examples based on the arithmetic progression. So question here, which of the following are AP? If it is an AP, then find the next two terms. Okay, so we are given that we are given a sequence and we have to decide whether it is arithmetic progression or not. So always remember a sequence to be called as a arithmetic progression, that sequence must satisfy certain condition, and that condition is difference between any two consecutive numbers should be same. So now we'll see the first example. So example is first example. So example is 5, 12, 19, 26, 19, 26, and so on. Now, how we can solve this example? So first of all, we have to write given sequence. So answer in this sequence. In this sequence, so write down the sequence 5, 12, 19, 26. So 5 is the first term. 5 is the first term. T1 is equals to first term, which is equals to 5. Then T2 is equals to, T2 is the second term. So T2 is equals to 12. Then T3. T3 is equals to 19, which is third term. And fourth term is equals to 26. Now, okay, now we have written the terms of an sequence. Then now we have to find the difference between two consecutive numbers. So how we can find it? So just by simply subtracting the two consecutive numbers. So T2 minus T1. So T2 minus T1, value of T2 is 12, value of T1 is 5. So 12 minus 5 is 7. Again, T3 minus T2 is equals to 19 minus 12 is equals to 7, and again T4 minus T3. So what is T4? T4 is 26, T3 is 19. So 26 minus 19 is equals to 7. If you observe carefully, difference between any two consecutive numbers is the same, which is 7 here. Okay. So from this experience or from this, we can say that this given sequence is an AP. So here, so how we can write it? Here, first term, here, first term is 5. Here, first term is 5 and common difference and common difference common difference which is constant. Common difference which is constant is D is equals to 7. So therefore given sequence or this sequence is an AP, is an AP. So such type of questions will be asked for the 1 marks. Okay. So just we have to decide whether the given sequence is arithmetic progression or not. So this type of question will be asked for the MCQ type for first question. So choose whether the answer the following or first in the first question for 1 marks. Then so it is AP. If it is AP, according to the question, if the given sequence is AP, then we have to find the next two terms. Okay. So up to this, to decide whether the given sequence is AP or not, that question is asked for the 1 mark. But if it is asked for the next two terms, then it will be for 2 marks. Okay. So next two terms of AP are next term of AP, next term of AP is equals to T5, T5, next term of AP is equals to T5, which is T4 plus D, which is equals to 26 plus 7 is equals to 33, and T6 is equals to T5, T5 plus D is equals to T5 plus D is equals to 33 plus 7 is equals to 40. So these are the next two terms of AP. So I hope you understood this. Now there is a next question. The sequence is so sequence is 2 minus 2 minus 6 minus 10. So and so on. So this is a given sequence. Now, so same like we are going to solve this equation by same method. Okay. Now, how we can write it? In the given sequence, in the sequence, in the or in the in this sequence, in this sequence, which sequence it is? 2 minus 2 minus 6 minus 10 and so on and so on. First term here is T1 is 2. T2, which is second term, is equals to minus 2. T3 is equals to minus 6 and T4 is equals to minus 10. Now we have to find the difference. So T2 minus T1. So value of T2 is minus 2. Value of T2 is minus 2. Minus sign as it is, value of T2 is 2. So minus 2 is minus 4. Okay. So again T3 minus T2. Value of T3 is minus 6. Minus sign as it is, value of T2 is minus 2. So it's okay. So minus minus will become plus. So minus 6 minus minus plus 2 is equals to minus 6 plus 2. Again it is minus 4. So again now T4 minus T3. T4 minus T3. So value of T4 is minus 10, value of T4 is minus 10 minus 6. So again, minus 10 minus become plus 6. Again, it is minus 4. So difference between any two consecutive numbers is minus 4, which is a constant. Which is a constant. Okay, so again we are going to write here, here, first term, here, first term is equals to A is equals to 2 and common difference is equals to D is equals to minus 4, which is constant, which is constant. So therefore it is an AP, or given sequence is an AP. So given sequence is an AP. So next two terms of AP are, therefore next two terms of AP are, next two terms of AP are T5 is equals to T4 plus T4 plus D. So value of T4 is minus 10 plus D is minus 4. So again minus 10 minus 4, which is minus 14, and T6 is equals to T5 plus D is equals to minus 14 plus minus 4 is equals to minus 14 minus 4 is equals to minus 18. So I hope you understood both the examples. Okay. Again, we'll see some examples based on this, so we can understand this point better. Okay. So if you are needed, then pause it and write it. So next question is, or the next sequence is 1 1 2 2 2 3 3. Clearly by just simply observing this sequence, we can tell this is not an AP. This is not an AP, because difference between these two numbers is 0. The difference between these two numbers is 1. Again, difference between these two numbers is 0. Again, this 1 and this 0. So a sequence to be called as arithmetic progression, difference between two consecutive numbers must be equal. Okay, so just how to write if the given sequence is not AP. This method is not changed. Okay, or method is not different for the sequence which is not AP. So just simply in the sequence, in the sequence 1 1 2 2 3 3 and so on. In the sequence 1 1 2 2 3 3, here T1 is equals to 1, T2 is equals to 1, T2 is equals to 1, T3 is equals to 2, T4 is equals to 2, T5 is equals to 3, and T6 is equals to 3. So T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 is equals to 1 minus 1, which is equals to 0. Again, T3 minus T2 is equals to 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. T4 minus T3 is equals to 2 minus 2, 2 minus 2, again it is 0. T5 minus T4, value of T5 is 3, T4 is 2, so it is 3 minus 2 is 1. Again, T6 minus T5 is 3 minus 3 is equals to 0. If you observe, the values of values of difference between two consecutive numbers is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, like that. So here difference between two consecutive numbers is not same. So how we can write this sequence is not AP? So just simply write in this sequence. In this sequence, difference or common difference is not a constant, or just simply write in this sequence. In this sequence, difference between two consecutive terms, difference between two consecutive numbers or two consecutive terms is not a constant. Difference between two consecutive terms is not a constant. Therefore, it is not an AP. Therefore, it is not an AP. So, therefore, it is not an AP. So, this is our answer. Because here, difference is not same. So, that's why it is not a AP. Okay. So, again, we'll see a next example. So, next example is, or the next sequence is 3 by 2, then 1 by 2, then minus 1 by 2, again minus 3 by 2, and so on. Now we have to decide whether this sequence is AP or not. So in the sequence 3 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, and minus 3 by 2, and so on. T1 is 3 by 2, T2 is 1 by 2, T3 is minus 1 by 2, and T4 is minus 3 by 2. So T2 minus T1. So T2 is 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2. So denominator is same. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2 by 2 is common difference is minus 1. So again T3 minus T2. So value of T3 is minus 1 by 2 minus value of T2 is 1 by 2. Again denominator is same, minus 1 minus 2 by 2 is minus 1. And T4 minus T3 is minus 3 by 2 minus T3 is minus 1 by 2. So minus 3 by 2 minus plus. So again denominator is same, minus 3 plus 1 minus 2 by 2 is equals to minus 1. So here common difference D here, or in this sequence common difference here common difference D is equals to -1, which is constant, which is constant. So therefore given sequence is an AP, and next next two consecutive terms are T5 is equals to T4 plus D. So T4 is value of T4 is -3/2 plus value of D is -1. So -1. So -3/2 -1. I can write this as -3/2 -2/2. So -3 -2 upon 2, which is equals to -5/2. And